My name is Isaac Rios. Today I will be talking about my photography journey. This all started when I was introduced to cars at a young age, and from the start I was always very intrigued by the community and scene. My family introduced me into the scene by just doing what they do, starting from my grandpa being a professional classic car painter to some of my uncles that focus on doing graphic designs and murals on lowriders. Even the little things, like watching my dad work on his projects when growing up. He even dedicated a project to me, a 1991 GT Mustang. That was the first car he custom painted it. We called it Supersonic Blue, which then leads years and years later to the truck I take photos of the most, a 1987 square body Chevy. Me, my dad, and my grandpa have been working on this truck since before the pandemic. It's been in the family for over 20 years, but it has an interesting story. All starting with my grandpa owning it, then selling it to my dad, and then my dad sold it to his friend, and then his friend sold it back to him 2 years later. From then, we have changed the look of it, starting with new parts to then my grandpa painting the truck. We even painted the interior in our front yard. We then proceed to continuously switch the look. I mostly focus on taking photos of the automotive industry and community because it has a great toll on my life. From being around the cars and taking photos to being there with family and friends enjoying the days, listening to music, watching the cars cruise by that we call art pieces, and also meeting new people. Photography has really impacted my life, and it wouldn't have been possible without the help of my teacher, Mr. Osorio. He has given me opportunities and shown me that there is so much more than just taking photos. I've always liked to take photos of cars, but every car has its own story. Personally, I love to take pictures of old lowriders. Each lowrider is built to show off and tell a story, from the paint to graphics to the person inside the car that can tell a very impactful story. You may ask yourself, what type of stories? The stories they can tell are what they have been through with the car, or even why they built that specific model or car. This led me to starting my own photography page and business. I named it Eastside Visions. The page took off right away and has reached an audience of close to 2,000 people in the time of a month. After I saw this many people were interested, I decided to take a step up and just start my own company and name. I am in the process of getting my rights so I can officially start my own clothing line focused around the company and culture I am surrounded by. This is why photography and cars mean so much to me. If you would like to see what I am talking about, there are many events happening in San Jose and the surrounding cities. And if you would like to support me and my upcoming page, it's called Eastside.Visions on Instagram. A follow will be greatly appreciated. Thank you for listening.